I am not an expert, but I am damn good at what I do, if I may say so myself. Let me get some gas in this car. My why. Why do you make music? Are you trying to be rich? I mean, are you trying to get girls? Are you trying to be famous? Why are you making music? Let me tell you about my why. When I was about 12, I would be around my older cousins, Chris and Bobby. Sometimes they would have some friends over. And they would freestyle in the basement. And Chris, I looked up to Chris. One of the best freestylers in my mind. And to be honest with you, one of the ways I critique myself is by hearing or simulating how he would respond to one of my songs. Because that's how well I know him. I wanted to impress him. So I went to the lab, started listening to artists, started studying Lil Wayne, started studying Eminem primarily, and reading the dictionary. Started learning a whole bunch of words that nobody knew the meaning to, and realized quickly that don't nobody want to hear that, and don't nobody really know what I'm talking about, because that's what he told me when I came back to him with my first verse. He said, man, there's some big ass words in there. That's fire, like you flowing, you got it. But you gotta switch it up. So with that came me wanting to get better and better and get his stamp of approval that, yeah, this is a good song. During the process of that, I realized I was pretty good. When he finally said, yeah, you're good, you got bars, I took that bout of confidence and went and started showing songs to my peers. Yo, check this out. Freestyling at high school, going on in high school, like who battle rap, who won it. I was on that type time, hungry. From there, I was on my own, you know, rapping. I would do poetry because I was a hopeless romantic. Was not very appealing, bony, very bony in middle and high school. Like I got girls in my junior and 12th year, but when I first started, I was always writing these love letters and shit. So I guess that's why I have a knack for it now. But once I got a girlfriend and all that shit, my music started being inspired by females more. So I would post videos on Twitter. This is when Twitter just started happening. It took a minute, took a couple months, but I stayed consistent. I stayed hungry. I would post my freestyles. Only 30 seconds was what the limit was. And they would go viral. I would get hundreds of thousands of views. My highest viewed video was 2 million views. I'm walking down the street, going to the grocery store, people saying, yo, Casanova. Hey, Casanova. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was weird. I didn't really like it. I didn't like walking into the grocery store and random people's and, yo, what's up? And dapping me up and everything. Like, I get it, but I don't know you. You could be anybody. This is the world we live in now. So that's why I say be careful what you ask for, because I ain't even get to the level of needing security everywhere you go. I ain't get to the level of always having to look over your shoulder and worry about family members on why they calling you. Do they just want a favor? Nah, all I did was get that little taste of, I'd say, 3 minutes of fame. And something funny happened. I went and got a haircut at a place that I was not familiar with. And I got a ringworm and I had to bald my hair. When I was posting the Twitter videos that was going viral, I had a lot of hair. I would always have my glasses off. I would always make sure it's good lighting. And you know, just show off my facial features. I had a lot of hair. My hair was out here. And most, I would say at least 65% of the retweets was females commenting on my looks. Like, oh my God, he's so pretty. Like, yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, pretty. I'm pretty. I'm adorable. Like, okay, whatever. But that's where the majority of my fan base was. And I noticed that when I had to bald my head because of this dirty clipper having dude, I had to wait about 2 months to let my hair grow back to a decent like length. And freaking when I went to post my next video, the first comment was a chick quoting the video, and she said, "Oh my God, he cut his hair," with a bunch of laughing emojis. I'm like, what the fuck? So about an hour passes. I only have about 15 retweets, and that was abnormal because I was used to getting at least 100 in the first hour. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I haven't posted in 2 months. The algorithm, maybe that's not fucking with me. At the end of that day, I had at least 7 different quoted tweets where people replied to him like, "Oh my God, he cut his hair. Why he cut his hair? He look funny now," and all this shit. And I'm like, I look that bad? I look weird with a haircut or something? Like, but it taught me a lesson. First impressions are lasting impressions. Your image is everything. Your image is everything. People will base their entire thought of how your character is, how you present yourself when they first meet you. So, and then too, I noticed how shallow people was. Like, I was only getting that attention for how I look. I know beauty is a gift, and it sounds kind of weird. I'm not belly aching like, oh God, I'm handsome. It's not what I'm saying. You know, people got to get out of this habit of, you know, inferring this person means the polar opposite of what they're saying instead of just taking what they're saying literally. What I'm saying is, I'm just a eye candy piece. You know, people weren't really listening to my music. And it kind of just made me fall back and got into a relationship. Had relationship issues, back and forth. Not going to get into that right now. We're talking about music right now. But long story short, I would have 8 years of inconsistency that would lead me up to about right now. Right now, I'm looking to start my own studio setup because, like I said, I need to be able to take my precious time with my music. It's no time limit on my music, especially when I keep myself up and I still look 30 when I'm 40. Do what you love because you love it. Not because you're looking for the approval of others. When you're making your songs, don't be like, oh, I know they'll react like this or that. Oh, I know they're going to love that. Or they not going to like that too much. Or this, that, and the third. Capture how you feel in the moment. And then to realize that if you don't, and then you try to come back knocking on that door later, it might not be there. There's many times where I have found a beat that has inspired me to just want to rap crazy. But then I won't have nothing to say at the moment. And I'll try to come back to it later. And the flow is gone. And I'm trying to find the flow. And then all of a sudden I'm saying the beat is generic. The beat sucks. I'm looking for other beats now. In all reality, it was the effort that I had put in. Because in my younger days, when I would hear tracks and the beat selection I would pick, none of the beats really stood out. Because I remember having the thought process of I wanted the beats to be simple because I was the focal point. You're going to hear me. A lot of these artists put out crazy fire beats and their voice is just a background to the beat. No, the beat is a compliment to me. So that was the mindset of that hungry guy who just didn't make any excuses, who didn't say that the 1,000 beats that I skimmed through are all average. And then two, we got to realize the time we in. You can buy radio time. You can buy popularity. So all of the how successful are you as an artist dictates how good you are. Is if that's the scale you go by, cool. I don't go by that scale. I go by my own scale. I like how Floyd Mayweather said that if you don't think that you the best in the room, you in the wrong sport. Everybody need to feel like they the best. And you can't feel like you the best if you sitting up there and you thinking about what other people think about your music. So before you go to that studio, ask yourself, do I really appreciate this craft? Why am I doing this? My why? I love music, and when I leave this earth, I pray to God that I'm making music for the Lord in heaven. I'm not here to talk about race, religion, or politics on this page, but I ain't never gonna denounce my fear and faith in the Lord, the omnipotent one, the only one. So I told you, it's just something about music when you say something and you get that face like, a good word. So, that being said, that's my why. Ask yourself, what is your why? And after you answer that question, stay consistent. That's really what I'm trying to do right now. I know life be lifing. I know the car broke down. I know the baby mama tripping. But you created the baby mama, and you probably broke down the car by not keeping up the maintenance or buying something whose maintenance on the vehicle was annihilated. We got to take accountability, because all of that ties back into the expression you put into your music. You get into a routine of doing the same thing every day, never learning, never getting any new experiences, not reading, not getting any new insight, no interaction with other humans. The only thing you do is get on your phone and go to work. Your creativity will die. The things you have to talk about will die. And you'll wonder why, and you're like, what happened to me? What happened to you is your lack of appreciation. Because when you appreciate more, you're free. You might have some bills coming up, but at this moment, you understand that life got 2 points, point A and point B. Everything in between happens how it happens, but it doesn't dictate or change point A and point B. So don't forget, we all revert back to dust one day. So while you're doing what you're doing, be passionate. Leave your mark. But understand, even after you leave your mark, you're not going to be around to see it. It's left. So how important is it? It's got to be important to you. If the importance of your art relies on how other people perceive it and receive it, when they start questioning it, your self-esteem will drop. Your self-esteem and your confidence and your purpose and what you stand for cannot be tied to outside opinions. Now, I'm not saying don't take criticism. Understand the difference. Be able to filter through the bullshit. With that being said, I ain't no expert, but I am damn good, if I do say so myself. I messed up my motto. It's all good, because you know what I meant. Let's hit 2025 rolling. I know it's the middle of the winter. It ain't really a new year. But again, not really here for all of that. Excuse me. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the next video. Stay passionate. Do it for you.